Thanks for staying with us. We're still reviewing the papers. Let me take a story in The Punch. So NNPCL is saying that there's no plan to hike fuel price, according to the Chief Corporate Communications Officer, Olufemi Shuneye, said in a statement that Nigerians should disregard rumors of a possible hike in fuel price. The oil firm further urged not to get involved in panic buying, as it stressed that the company had no plans to raise the cost of the product. So many rumors on social media, people passing all sort of information, confusing Nigerians. They're saying that, listen, there are no plans to hike fuel price. Urging Nigerians to disregard the unfounded rumors and assures them that there are no plans. Some Nigerians had expressed fear following the revelation by the oil marketers that the cost of price might be capped at 1,200 naira to the litre if it was not being subsidized, considering the cost of commodity in the other climes.
Yeah. I was going to take the story of the mother. She'd been waiting in Delta State, she'd been waiting for a baby for 12 years. When she now got pregnant, it was quadruplets. And she gave birth to them on the 21st of October 2023, but they were premature. So they were in an incubator. And they were there from October till now. And each day is 20,000 per baby, so 80,000 a day. So her bill became 5,598,050 naira. It could only pay 1,998,000. Police, the hospital have detained them, pay the bill. So they are appealing to Nigerians to please come to her aid. Let this thing of joy continue to be a thing of joy. Someone spoke on behalf of the family. The hospital is the Coastal Clinic. They put their address. I guess I can't put their address.
You know, it's just interesting that we say this all the time. When you have kind of babies or something happen, people go online. There has to be some kind of a foundation that supports people like this. There's got to be
menu.
I think
government should support. I think government supports people.
They usually
with
do, actually, but it's until you have them come out.
Then Delta State, the father is from Edo State, but they belong to a church. So I'm wondering why the church itself
usually support. I'm sure the church
maybe
there's only so much.
You know, they said they've paid 1 million.
Yeah,
probably
so
the church may have helped
put money together.
Oh, and also, you know, you don't plan when you have to put your babies in incubator. You don't. Most times when mothers are pregnant, nobody plans for.
That kind of thing.
A preterm birth is very expensive. At one time, it was 80,000 per day in Lagos. So
I'm even more worried that there are more people like this. Their stories not getting to the papers. Who's helping those? So there has to be a system to help Nigerians. It's like, not just onto you, so it gets to the papers.
Can I say the name of the hospital in case people want to go and help? It's Coastal Specialist Clinic, number 39, 19th Street, Bendel Estate, Warri, Delta State.
There are good and bad people that listen to this stuff. You know, people kidnapping children all the time. So
it's only good people.
You think? Let's just
I have the 750.
What we hope is government people will go and check it out and help her.
I have the 750,000 jobs. So the project director, the CEO of the Presidential Compressed Natural Gas Initiative, Michael Oluwagbemi, said that the federal government plans to create 750,000 jobs by 2027 through the gas initiative. He was speaking at the PCNGI First Stakeholders Investors Forum, where he talked about how the government, of course, is looking to establish 40,000 auto gas conversion workshops and the creation of 750,000 jobs across the country by 2027. He says that they are looking to convert 6 million commercial vehicles through the CNG ecosystem. Of course, gas is what we have. He said this would, of course, help with diverting from payment of subsidy. Gas is what we have in abundance. The initiative, we don't need to subsidize or buy imported petrol. We have our own gas here, and the 6 million commercial buses are also our own. And if we dive into commercial opportunities, we'll bring down the cost of transportation, and the average Nigerian's life will be better. So it will reduce not just cost of transportation for the common man, but it will also ensure that gas works for Nigeria and gives Nigeria an economic advantage. So I'm hoping that this is not just talk shop. 2027 is a bit far, but not too far. So hopefully we'll have good news by then.
Okay, moving on now to Daily Sun. Tension over feared plan to hike fuel price. Minimum wage, TUC urges federal government to implement agreement with Labour in 2023. No apologies backing Governor Derrick's re-election, says Jonathan. Coming generation will bear burden of Nigeria's huge debt, Obasanjo warns. War extends beyond Gaza as Hamas leader is killed in Beirut. Gunmen attack Abuja suburb. Lafia supermarket kill 4, injure 2 policemen. Prioritize forex allocation, cut number of bureau de change, MEN tells federal government. And degree mills, reports of probe will be ready in 3 months, Education Minister says. Okay.
Yes, I have that. The Minister of Education, Tahir Mamman, has said the report of the investigation into the operations of degree mills in the country will be ready and made public in 3 months. He said, of course, we know that this is on the back of the investigative journalists that had gone and uncovered the scam happening in Benin Republic and also Togo. He says that, I assure you that, that they have set up a committee that will be investigating this and that they will start work immediately. They understand that there are innocent people that may be affected by this delay and suspension while the investigation is going on. And so they will try and be, quick about it so that those people are not even further delayed. But the committee is on it, and in a very short time, we'll hear the report of their sitting.
Okay, so the TUC, Festus Osifo of the TUC, that's the president of the TUC, he signed a New Year's message where he says, our hope not renewed yet. He's asking the federal government to implement the agreement they have with Labour that they had on October 2nd. They said they had promised in that agreement that a minimum wage committee will be inaugurated within a month from the signing of that agreement. And 3 months after, no such committee has been set up. It said they've also resolved that the administration of President Tinubu must, implement all agreements between them and Labour. He said the payment of the 35,000 wage award to public servants in local government, state and federal services must also be done, which he says they have not been done. He also said that they must reduce inflation, which is now running in our country at 28.20%, drastically to the sub-Saharan regional average of 9.4%. And a lot of other demands that they are making. Labour is also looking at starting some form of strike. We don't need to add that to what we are experiencing right now. He also talked about the lack of cash, stoppage of sale of, they should stop the sale of Naira from due to the streets, due to the federal bank increase situation. So those additional hardship that is bringing should be addressed as well.
Okay, so our former president, Olusegun Obasanjo, has said financial impropriety by previous governments had forced Nigeria into debt burden. The coming generation would have no option but to pay this huge indebtedness. According to his media aide, Mr. Kehinde Akinyemi, the former president made the observation during the meeting he had attended, hosted by Pastor Chris Oyakilome. He said that the level of mismanagement in the previous debts written off for the country, it will be almost impossible for any administration to get similar gesture in the continent. Obasanjo declared that the debts were a trap that no individual or country should have never ever gotten into in the first place. It becomes an albatross on any economy. He said leadership was the #1 problem facing Africa and that the coming generation will have no choice but to have to pay all the huge debts incurred by our continent.
So gunmen, they attacked popular supermarkets in Nasarawa, Karu local government, and they killed 4 people. They came in and they started robbing people. When they finished, people started running and trying to escape. They started to shoot sporadically, and they killed 4 people. The police, the Nasarawa Police Public Relations has confirmed the attack, said that there were 4 gunmen, and they killed 4 customers in the process. The customers have been taken to the hospital, the Maraba Medical Center, and they've been confirmed dead. Wow. They said they are investigating.
So to go to supermarket now is...
Vanguard, final story of not taking. No plan to increase. Governor Aiyedatiwa suspends council caretaker committee chairman. Naira scarcity devaluation, rising inflation, TUC tells FG. And no apology for backing Derrick's re-election, says Jonathan. Any story there? Or should we rush to...
So I have the Aiyedatiwa, Governor Aiyedatiwa, of course, following a court order. He insisted that he's following the ruling that the court made when the PDP filed their petition restraining late Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu from inaugurating a caretaker committee for local government and LCDAs within Ondo State. And so he has suspended all caretaker committee secretaries and local government heads of all LCDAs and the local government within Ondo State.
Final paper, the Nigerian Tribune. Let's finish to not taking. Nigerian art student breaks Guinness World Record with 100-hour painting. Ondo government suspend local government and LCDA chairman. Seplat Energy announces annual gas plant and mechanical completion. Fan keeps mum 7 months after thieves carted away with Lagos airport cables. 2024 budget. National Assembly gets highest allocation in 25 years. I have no apology for backing Diri's re-election, says Jonathan. Let me take that story. So former President Goodluck Jonathan has said that he owed no one any apologies for supporting the re-election of Governor Diri of Bayelsa State in the off-cycle governorship poll that happened in November. He said that it was the right thing to do as Governor Diri had the support of majority of Bayelsa people to continue in the office. His wife was also there, Dim. Patient Jonathan was also there to receive guests on the entourage when he was saying this in his house. I said, I did what I did during the governorship elections, and I have no apologies to anybody because I know that the governor and his team were doing well, especially in the area of peace, stability of the state. At that time, I became very worried. Okay, that's all we can take. Any story?
I have Nigerian art student.
I have fun.
Go ahead.
So remember months ago, instrument landing systems that were installed on the international runway. The runway of the international airport were stolen. They were carted away. And, a committee was set to look into it. And they said since the committee sat and gave the report, nothing has been heard about who did it and what has been done to them. They said that about some people were immediately suspended, staff or fan, because that could not have happened without the involvement of some staff members. And they're saying that we still haven't heard anything about it. Planes are having to use the domestic airports to land, and they say that what if something happens now and that one is closed off, and we know how important Lagos is, and that this is a health, safety and security issue, and not to have closure on that incident is very telling of our airspace, and so this is something that they have put into.
They have also said it's 98% finished.
We have to go on a break, unfortunately. That's all we can take on from Page Review. When we come back, we'll continue with the show. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.